Oh my goodness, things are getting wild again. So get this. Sexyy Red is getting sued. And wait till you hear who's coming for her. It's totally unexpected.
New at 10, St. Louis native Sexyy Red slapped with a new lawsuit tonight. According to court documents, she's accused of calling on her followers to attack her child's grandmother. That suit filed on Monday says Sexyy Red, whose legal name is Janae Wary, asked her fans on social media to kick in the door of the grandmother's Hazelwood home. The suit also says the rapper asked her followers to beat the woman up. That woman, Nicole Barnes, says she and her family members had to move out of the home for their safety. She also says she lives in constant fear and had to go to therapy for emotional distress. Barnes is asking the court for $5 million in damages.
People online are buzzing, asking, when did Sexyy Red ever tell her fans to go after her baby's grandma? A bunch of folks say they never even saw that post. Nobody really knows where that came from, but don't worry. I'll be digging into it and bringing all the receipts. And that's not all. And now JT's getting dragged. People are out here saying she bleached her skin. Let's get into all this heat. Sexyy Red is in deep trouble. She's getting slapped with a $5 million lawsuit from Nicole Barnes, the grandmother of one of her kids. Barnes says Sexyy straight up unleashed her fan base on her, and now she wants major payback. According to court claims, Sexyy Red, real name Janae Wary, allegedly posted Grandma Barnes's home address online, telling her fans to kick in the door and even push for violent action. That's wild. STL Today reported that once Barnes's private info hit the internet, chaos followed. She says she was left terrified as fans started pulling up and causing serious fear. This lawsuit is looking real messy. According to Nicole Barnes's lawyer, Stephen Weaver, this whole messy situation blew up because of the ongoing drama between Sexyy Red and her ex, the father of her child. But here's the kicker. Barnes had nothing to do with their personal issues. Sexyy Red and her baby daddy are getting into beefs, for whatever reason. That have nothing to do with my client, Weaver said. He also claimed they tried to squash things quietly at first, but when they reached out, Sexy's legal team allegedly treated the whole thing like a joke. Now things are getting real serious. This lawsuit is hitting Sexyy Red with multiple claims, including assault, intentional emotional distress, and even negligence. The spotlight's on, and it's not looking good for her. The lawsuit also dives into the emotional wreckage this whole situation allegedly caused Nicole Barnes. According to the legal docs, she's been dealing with major psychological trauma ever since Sexyy Red's alleged actions went down. Things got so intense, Barnes and her family had to pack up and flee their home in Hazelwood, Missouri, out of fear for their safety. Now they're struggling just to find a stable place to live. It's been a mess, both emotionally and financially. She's demanding $5 million in damages, saying the trauma from all this chaos still hasn't let up. Since the lawsuit hit the public eye, fans and critics have been sounding off online, some defending Sexyy Red, while others are calling her out big time. Social media has been flooded with reactions, with folks digging up past drama and trying to piece it all together like a puzzle. Some users are even questioning if this could impact her music career, especially with her name now tied to serious legal claims. And let's be real, no brand wants to be linked to lawsuits involving violence or emotional distress. Meanwhile, Barnes's team is holding firm, saying they won't back down until justice is served. This situation is blowing up fast, and it's way more than just online drama now. As the case gains more attention, people are starting to look closer at Sexyy Red's social media activity. Screenshots are being shared left and right, some claiming she deleted posts, while others say there's still evidence out there showing her fans were hyped up after what she said. Comment sections are a war zone. Some fans are riding hard for her, saying she's being targeted unfairly, while others are like, nah, this crossed the line. The internet's picking sides and the pressure's building. With all eyes on her now, the big question is, will Sexyy Red speak out publicly, or is she going to keep quiet and let her legal team handle the heat? Either way, this storm's just getting started. So far, Sexyy Red hasn't dropped a statement about the lawsuit. Total silence. No tweets, no live streams, nothing. And that's only making people more curious. Some say she's staying quiet to avoid making things worse, while others think she's plotting her own comeback move. Meanwhile, her legal team hasn't said much either, but sources close to the situation claim they're working behind the scenes to shut the case down. Rumor has it they're trying to prove there's no solid link between her posts and what happened to Barnes. Still, with $5 million on the line and the media watching every move, the pressure's only getting heavier. Everyone's waiting to see what Sexyy Red does next, because this legal drama is far from over. As the legal drama heats up, some insiders are whispering that this might just be the beginning. Word on the street is that more people connected to the situation could come forward, especially if the case drags out and new details surface. There's even talk that certain influencers and fan accounts who helped spread the alleged post might get pulled into the mess too. If they pushed content that encouraged harassment, they could be looked at for their role in the fallout. This thing's got layers, and if it keeps unraveling, it might not just be Sexyy Red facing the heat. The whole situation could spiral into something way bigger than anyone expected. With all this chaos swirling around, some industry folks are starting to distance themselves from Sexyy Red. A few brands that once showed love have reportedly hit pause on any future collabs. Quiet moves are being made behind the scenes. Nobody wants to get caught up in a legal firestorm. Even some artists who used to shout her out are staying low-key now. The silence is loud and fans are noticing. People are asking, will this lawsuit end up messing with her bag? If this legal storm keeps growing, it could shake up her entire image. And in this game, your rep is everything. Despite all the heat, Sexyy Red's most loyal fans are still riding for her. They've been flooding her comments with hearts, fire emojis, and support, saying she's being unfairly targeted and dragged through the mud. Some even claim the whole lawsuit is a setup to tear her down while she's rising. But others aren't buying it. They're demanding accountability and receipts. They want to know the truth behind what was posted, who saw it, and how things spiraled so fast. The internet split, the pressure's on, and Sexyy Red's next move could make or break how this all plays out. Behind the scenes, sources say Sexyy Red's team is scrambling to get ahead of the storm. PR reps are reportedly working overtime trying to clean up the mess and spin the narrative before things get even uglier. Some insiders say there's internal tension too. Folks in her camp are pointing fingers over how this got so out of hand. Between the legal pressure, media coverage, and fan drama, it's turning into a full-blown crisis behind closed doors. If her team fumbles the response, it could seriously shake her whole brand. Right now, every move matters, and the spotlight's not letting up anytime soon. Meanwhile, Nicole Barnes isn't backing down. If anything, she's coming harder. Her legal team is now calling for a deeper investigation into the online threats she received after her info got leaked. They're saying this wasn't just a one-time thing. It turned her life upside down. There's talk that Barnes kept records of messages, DMS, and screenshots showing just how bad the harassment got. If that evidence hits the courtroom, it could seriously flip the case in her favor. This isn't just about clout anymore, it's about safety, reputation, and real consequences. And from the looks of it, Barnes is ready to fight this all the way through. Now the media's catching on heavy, major outlets are picking up the story, and it's spreading fast. Headlines are painting two very different pictures, one of a rising rap star under fire, and another of a grandmother demanding justice after being put in danger. TV segments, blogs, and podcasts are all jumping in, each spinning their own version of what went down. Some are defending Sexyy Red's right to free speech, while others are dragging her for allegedly crossing serious lines. With the spotlight growing brighter, this case is no longer just legal. It's turning into a public opinion battle too. And once the court of public opinion gets involved, things get real unpredictable. To make things even messier, fans have started digging into past beefs and drama involving Sexyy Red, trying to find patterns, receipts, anything that could tie into this case. Old tweets, lives, and interviews are being reposted, with people saying this ain't the first time she's stirred up controversy online. Some are claiming she's got a history of reckless posts, while others argue she's just outspoken and raw, part of what made her blow up in the first place. But now that same energy is under the microscope. Every past move is getting rewatched, reanalyzed, and rejudged. And if anything shady comes to light, it could come back to haunt her in court and in public. As the case picks up steam, some legal experts are chiming in, and they're saying this lawsuit could set a major example for how celebs use their platforms. If the court finds that Sexyy Red's posts directly led to harassment or threats, it might shift how influencers and artists handle online drama from now on. People with big followings could be held more accountable for what they say and how their fans react. It's not just about throwing shade anymore, it's about legal consequences tied to digital actions. This isn't just drama, it's shaping up to be a case that could shake up the whole game for public figures online. So now we wait. Will Sexyy Red break her silence? Will the court bring down the hammer? Or will new twists flip the whole situation upside down? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and we'll be watching every second of it unfold. If you've got thoughts on this wild case, drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs the full tea. And trust me, You do not want to miss what's coming next. Catch you on the next one. Stay locked in.